100 men versus one gorilla. I already know my answer. I'm going to tell you my answer, and I'm going to tell you why it's the only correct answer.
Yo, Lulu.
Excuse me, bitch, I was running on my bag. Money on my shoulder, put designer on my ass. This shit too nice, but it's fucking up my head. So I be getting high, but I ain't popping fuckers in.
I know y'all seen the title of the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask y'all before I even get into it. 100 men? Wait, hold on. Let me really lock in. Let me lock in. Hold on. Cause I want to make sure I ask this properly. I want to make sure I ask this properly before we even try to get into another. No. Okay? Are we going to do this, guys? Look. 100 men versus one gorilla. I already know my answer. I'm going to tell you my answer, and I'm going to tell you why it's the only correct answer. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who's winning? Let you start your rap career. Mom's on Getty, legs all open, and spready. Okay, you spinning something crazy. It is the gorilla. Nani's saying it's the gorilla. All right, so we got one gorilla. Everybody, so Nani's saying one gorilla. We got one person saying the gorilla. 100 men versus one gorilla. Now let me set the stage, because I feel like when people hear this question, I'm gonna tell you why I think Evelina say 100 men. Gorilla, there's no weapons. There's no weapons. It's just men. No, there's no trick question. This is like an online debate right now. People are saying one gorilla could beat 100 men, and there are people that saying 100 men could beat one gorilla. So I got 100 men, and I got one gorilla. Well, I got two gorillas. I always ask if the humans are allowed to throw rocks if they can't. No, it's straight hand. All right. It just makes you sad for everyone involved. I love BK so sensitive. I love that. Cartoonishly dog pile onto an ape that can overthrow us like rag dolls. I think the men wouldn't be able to coordinate fast enough to dominate a gorilla and has more strength and endurance. Now, I agree with you. I think the gorilla is pretty strong. But 100 men. 100 men is beating one gorilla fucking easy. Now, hear me out. Let me set the stage, and I'm going to explain it to you why I think it's the correct answer. Because how would we get 100 men to go against one gorilla, right? You would get, let's do it like the Roman times, right? Just like they got the Colosseum when they're going to fight against the lions or whatever, right? They open up the cages. So you got 100 men already in there, and then they're opening it up to the gorillas. Once the gorilla gets out, you're putting the humans in a life or death scenario. You got 100 men. And I know you're saying 100 men. It could be men of all sizes. We're going to choose 100. You know what I'm saying? Notification muscles. We're going to pick 100 notification muscles, right? And when it comes to survival mode, hear me out. I'm not saying there's not going to be any casualties. I have 100% believe there's going to be casualties. But I feel like if coordinated enough properly, I think 10 dudes can't try to choke them out. 20 get one arm, 20 get one arm. You know what I'm saying? Gauge them in the, take his, don't fight fair. They're not going to fight fair. George Gonzalez can get a little action. He's way taller than a gorilla. That's what I'm saying, though. I'm taller than a gorilla then. Shoot. What? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, though. That's what's scary about... I watch these videos of these gorillas. I'm not saying they're not demonstrative. If it's on some, like, they catch you slipping, bro, the gorilla's winning. But if you're inside of a stadium, these 100 men cannot get out. This is the rule. Either the gorilla gonna die or the gorilla gonna kill everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's one of these scenarios. Gorillas are huge. I've seen them even in person. They're terrifying. But dude, I don't know. You take a hundred notification muscles, man. Ew. Now, whew, I got two quick little bangers I want to get in for y'all before we get into this thing right there. The arm span is 8 feet. Fuck. Hey, hold on. You said what?
What?
They arms are what? The zoo we go to has a healthy gorilla population. They're actually some of my favorite creatures. They'll be able to absolutely, and because they want to. Listen, 8 foot arms? I don't know. I might have to reconsider. Nah, bro. I don't. Bro, 100 dudes. Bro, I don't know, bro. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Vidi Plays Games. I think this is your first time typing in the chat, so welcome, my friend. But what if all 100 are just fat people who can easily squash the gorilla? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If it was just 100, like people that are just morbidly out of shape like that, bro, no chance. Like it has to be like athletes, pump iron. An adult silverback gorilla has the capacity to rip a human's arm completely out of its socket, tearing tendon and bone with ease. Recall, humans can die from shock super easily. I just think the humans would have to tire out the. Yo, you're not tiring out no gorilla, bro. I don't think. I think the best bet you have is to overwhelm the gorilla. Like as soon as that cage opens, bro, just try your best to like overwhelm it. Like maybe try to give him. You're not gonna you're not gonna out combat a gorilla with your hands like that. That's not happening. You gotta choke him out. Now, if we could go full ancestors with rocks, oh yeah, big ass rocks. Yeah, but if we gonna go full ancestors, let's talk about some big ass gorillas then. Evelina's hilarious. She's like, this is so entertaining. But it's just facts though. It's crazy to think about it. Can I just chill with the gorilla? Can I join the? I mean, you could sit over there with the gorilla. Don't mean the gorilla not gonna see you as no threat. I told you, it's either the gorilla dies, or no, there's no person that's alive. Exactly. Is that what that is? Gigantophist? Pitchforks and knives? Either way, you team gorilla. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Magilla gorilla for sale. We got a gorilla for sale. For sale. Magilla gorilla for sale. Got a gorilla for sale. You don't know nothing about that, man. You too young. You too young. You don't know nothing about that, nephew. Whoo! No, Evelina, it's not sarcastic. We locked in. Well, let me put on. Let me see what that is. Giganotophicus. Giganotophicus. Sounds like something in your toe. Whoa, bro, this looks like the Zeke Titan. Am I bullshitting? Bro, this look like Zeke Titan. Bro, this looks like the Zeke Titan from Attack on Titan. Bro. That thing, what is that, like 12 feet or some shit? Holy fuck. Bro, maybe that's the Sasquatch. Maybe that's what people were seeing. Yeah, look, BK got the same idea. Oh, Zeke Titan was based off that. I think gorilla hands down. I don't really think it could beat a gorilla because it was raised by ancestors for 10 million years. Size comparisons with humans. Shit. Okay, this is just a regular gorilla right here. Chewbacca. It's 3.5 meters. What the fuck? Dude, imagine just hearing that thing like knocking on your roof or something. Google AI, a silverback male can weigh up to 550 pounds, stand over 6'5". But at the same time, bro, I know some dudes that's 555 and 6 pounds. You know, 6 feet. Like, they just don't get up and do a lot. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. 100 men versus one monkey. I'd rather do 100 men. I'd rather be in 100 men versus one gorilla than 100 men versus one monkey. Because that one monkey, bro, do you know monkeys de-scalp? I've seen a video of a monkey de-scalping somebody. Like, you get, you know, you know what I'm saying? It's not really the vibe. Not really the vibe. But all right, guys. So I got another one. Got another one for ya.